Women Writing for a Change Jacksonville is a local nonprofit women-led organization that centers the voices and visions of women in writing, art, community building, and consciousness raising. So we've got Jennifer Wolf. She's the executive director of Women Writing for a Change Jacksonville, and Shawnee Hall is the board vice president. They join me now with some information on an art exhibition exploring the theme of justice in all forms. Good to see you again, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell us, what exactly is this exhibit going to be displaying?
Well, I think when I started exploring the idea of justice for all, what I began to understand is that the first way to fixing injustice is to name injustice.
Right.
So this show is about seeing all the different forms of injustice in our world, and then what is the hope for that? How do we go on from there?
Right.
The first step is, though, raising our own awareness of the injustice that's around us. What's been omitted? What's been left out? What's been erased? And of course, many times that is the voice of women, and particularly women of color.
Right, and this is actually in your home. Touch on that a little bit.
Sure. Well, I have a historic home in the Riverside community, and when I moved there 7 years ago, I began to understand, oh, when you have a historic home, it's not just yours, it's also the community's. So this became a community space, and I learned from Hope McMath, the director of the Yellow House, that in our museums, there are only 2 to 4% of the art is by women.
Really?
And only 1% of the art is by people of color. And I said, you know what? I can do something about that. And so I made my historic home, which is also the place that we hold our writing circles, an art gallery for local women artists. And we use that space to lift up, intentionally lift up the voices and the vision of women that has been omitted from our art history books.
Right. And Shawnee, touch on the fact that your daughter is one of the artists that's going to be displayed here. What can you tell me about that?
Yes, so my daughter, her name is Satara Hall Murray, and she's a local photographer. And one of the things that she tried to do over the past 2 or 3 years is capture some of the injustice through the protests that happened in Jacksonville 2 or 3 years ago. So those images are displayed in our gallery, and it really signifies, I guess, the people, the generationals, the different concerns, whether it's teaching or writing or having our voices heard.
Yeah, so important. There's an event coming up, October 23rd, I believe. Tell us about it.
That's it. That's our jam for justice. Because what we also understand in doing this work is that we can't come at this from only one direction.
Right.
You know, yes, our primary vehicle is writing, and our secondary is art. But there's always the voice, and the voice is singing and playing and music, and you know, that is a great instrument of protest and has been all through this world. So we're going to have an acoustic jam, probably right on the front lawn if the weather permits. We're going to all gather around, play the guitar, and sing some of the beloved songs of the 60s and the 70s. And it's interesting because even when you look at those songs, like This Land Is Your Land, This Land Is My Land, if you think about that, is it?
Right. That's a good
Is
point.
this land your land? Is this land mine? Who was here before we arrived?
Right.
You know, so we can even have to ask ourselves, what are the songs that we've incorporated?
Well, I know there's going to be a lot of other programs that are going to be part of this as well. We're running low on time, but where can people find more information on all of that?
Sure. Women Writing for a Change Jacksonville, just Google that, but womenwritingjax.org is our website. The Jam for Justice will be listed on there. We also have 2 leadership circles that are coming up for those who are considering the path of women's leadership and what that might look like in a more just society, and we'd love to see folks. Oh, and we have a soul collage workshop coming up. So lots of programming in October. One last thing, Femfire Books and Yellow House coordinating with us on a banned books event in early November. So keep an eye out for that.
Very interesting. Well, thank you both so much for joining us and telling us all about it.
Okay.
And the artwork looks beautiful. And if you'd like to see this segment again, just head to our website at firstcoastliving.net.